Hi guys, it's Laurel here, and welcome to day 4 of my Featured Artist Challenge. I have to tell you that I am enjoying so much putting together this challenge and talking to you about all of the artists that inspire me. In 31 days I will hopefully get to 31 people, and I can't tell you that I may have to continue into February because there are so many people that inspire me every day. One thing I wanted to address is that I've been on YouTube for several years, and as I've been reaching out to people that have been an inspiration to me, some of them have responded that they would like to keep their address information private. And I totally understand that. In this electronic age, it's very difficult, and I would protect my privacy as well, and I do. So I just wanted to say that, if I have asked for your address, thank you for getting back to me. I totally understand why you would like to remain private, but that doesn't mean that I am not going to tribute you. In the cases that I'm running into of those folks, what I've decided to do is make something that they either inspired me to make, or taught me about, or something in their style. And I will pay the thing that I make forward to one of my other YouTube friends, or maybe an artist in the future. So, without further ado, I would like to tell you about today's featured artist, and her YouTube name is Star of May, and her name is Kristina Werner. I get asked an awful lot about how I started doing YouTube videos and how I started making cards and things of this nature, and I have to tell you, I blame it all on Kristina. It's all her fault in a good way. Several years ago, and I'll just make this a really quick story, but several years ago I traveled for my work. I was on the road and away from home for weeks at a time. And I was staying in a hotel room. Many of you know that I work in the hotel industry. I was a traveling training general manager at the time. So Mondays were always really rough because I was commuting, several hours from home, and long days, and the bright spot in my Monday was when I would get upstairs to my room and flip on my laptop and go to YouTube, and Kristina had a series called Make a Card Monday. She still has it. I will put the links below to all of her information, of course. But I just wanted to say thank you, Kristina, because Make a Card Monday made me not feel lonely, inspired me, made me feel as though I could make cards. I could do that, and at the time when I first started watching it, I was not a card maker, and now I am, and a full-fledged stamper, and you taught me so many things. You also gave me the courage to make my very first YouTube video. So, thank you, Kristina. This is my big hug to you. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make a card in out of my supplies that I would think would be a Kristina Werner style. I've been watching her since the old school days when she wouldn't do voiceover, when all you would see was her hands, and when you'd hear music, and it was just a really, and now she's just evolved, and she's actually over on 2 Peas in a Bucket. She's a garden girl. She's been on many design teams over the years. She's a graphic designer, and man, her stuff is good. You just have to check her out. And she is just such a warm, giving soul. She gave me so much confidence that she will just never understand what it meant to me. So, the links will be below, but I'm going to try and do this as Kristina would. Now, she would do it in real time. I'm not that adept, so I took a few shortcuts. So what I have here is a piece of American Crafts white cardstock. It's cut to a 5x7 size, so that, you know, actually I'm a big fibber. This is not American Crafts. This is a pre-bought 5x7 card. This is a piece of the Vintage Findings paper collection. This is the American Crafts cardstock. I digress. And this is a journaling spot from, and I want to get it correct, and I was always so envious of her videos because she always had it so together. She'd tell you exactly where everything came from, which is another reason why I admire her. But this is a journaling spot. I think it's from Making Memories. So we all know that I'm not as together as Kristina. And then these are some chipboard stickers from Basic Gray. So we're just going to put this together, and then I have some sentiments, which you can just see in the top corner, that I stamped, and I put some foam tape on the back using my typewriter stamps letter set. And there's just one thing I have to mention. This is a Color Box chalk ink pad, and I got it many years ago. It's pretty well loved, but I got it because it's Kristina's favorite color, and I loved brown, and I thought it was so cool. And she explained chalk ink one day on one of her videos, and I thought, now this is going to sound really silly, but if I got that ink pad, maybe the magic of creativity that she showed would transform itself into me, and I could do what she did. But anyways, I have my own style, but we're trying to emulate Kristina, right? So I stamped my little letters using the Color Box chalk chestnut roan, and it would not be a Kristina Werner tribute unless we used our corner chopper. So we're going to do all that, and we're going to put this card together. I also have some pink organdy ribbon from my stash. So here we go. And it's just very simple layering, but one of the trademarks of her cards is she uses the corner chopper almost exclusively, and sometimes she'll just do one corner, sometimes she'll do all four, but she's very creative in the way that she does her corners and her layouts. I think and her edges. That is definitely something that I gravitated towards. And the reason that I got this tool, because I saw the difference that it could make, and now I can't live without it. So her blog, while I'm just putting this together, like I said, I'm not the best at live. I am on Ustream, because I feel like I'm not under a time crunch. But on YouTube, it's tough. So, her blog is K. Werner, and they spell her last name Werner Design. And you can go over there, and she has all of the links to everywhere she is. 2Ps, her various, she's done a holiday card class for a long time. A couple years now over on 2Ps. It's really great. She has a virtual card club on her blog with the most fantastic looking PDFs you've ever seen. I mean, she is just so talented. And this is something that she would do. Like, see how I have the journaling spot? Well, I hand cut out the American Crafts cardstock behind it. That's kind of something she would do. And in her cards, oftentimes, she uses a lot of thickers and stickers. I wish that... Oh, I didn't want to do that. Well, that's okay. I don't possess a lot of those. I wish I did, but I just don't have them on hand. So, what I'm going to try and do is, she has a really good way, and these are a little small, but the thickers would probably look a whole lot better. But another thing she taught me is use what you have. So I am. And I'll turn this around after I get it placed. Another thing with Kristina is, she has this amazing handwriting. And she probably gets, I know I can see by the questions on her blog, she gets asked a whole lot if she's ever going to make a font with her handwriting. And she says no. And I don't blame her, because it's very personal. And so that's fairly well lined up. And then I have a couple more of these chipboard stickers that we're just going to put over here. It's a lot of color, but I kind of like that. Okay, and then for the final touch, she often runs ribbon, and she would say she'd cut a slit to do it horizontally, or, which is another thing I never thought of when I was starting out. And she just taught me to be fearless with paper. She honestly did. I mean, that you could hand draw things and cut them out. That stamps were a wonderful thing to possess if you could, and the right types of things to buy, and how to save money, how to tie a bow. I mean, she was the person that I followed for a long time. I mean, and I'm saying a long time in the crafting community before I branched out and found so many other people. But she gave me so much confidence, and I just, if I ever, were to go to a class that she was teaching or whatever, I would just have to run over and give her a big hug. So, like I said, it's not a Kristina Werner card unless we chomp the corners. So, I'm running over a little bit of time. I'm just going to round those corners and say, thank you, Kristina. Thank you so much for everything that you share. Keep on creating. Big hugs to you. Go check her out, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.